What if our addictions, all that binge watching, the endless scrolling, what if they aren't actually the real problem? Today, we're diving into this fascinating idea that maybe these habits are just symptoms of something way deeper. We're going to map out the entire journey from the pull of those little distractions to the incredible power of finding a real, profound purpose. So let's just get real for a second. Is there something you feel kind of addicted to? Think about it. That TV show you just have to watch one more episode of? That social media feed you get totally lost in? Maybe it's smoking or some other compulsion. The truth is, most of us have something that just yanks our attention away, right? And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of what we're talking about today. The whole idea is like these habits aren't really a sign of weakness. They're actually a pretty logical response to a feeling of, well, emptiness, a void inside that's just crying out to be filled with something. Okay, so to really understand the solution, we've got to start with the problem itself. So let's begin with Act 1, the inner void. Now, this is where things get really interesting because we have to reframe our role in all of this. See, addictions aren't these passive things that just happen to us. A YouTube video doesn't just leap out of your phone and attack you. You're the one in the driver's seat. You click, you scroll, you choose. And honestly, that's super empowering because if you have the power to choose it, you also have the power to choose something different. I love this metaphor of a crying hollow. It so perfectly describes that feeling of purposelessness, doesn't it? It's like this deep internal ache that drives us to find anything, any distraction, any temporary pleasure, just to quiet the noise for a little while. It's a fundamental need that just demands to be met. So if we have this hollow, why do we fill it with these specific things? That brings us right to Act 2, why distractions work, or as our source material calls them, lowly pleasures. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Your addictions are not some kind of moral failing. They exist because, right now, in this moment, they might be the best option you have to fill that void. They're serving a purpose. But the most important word on this screen is that tiny one at the end, yet. They're just a temporary fix until you find that higher purpose. And wow, this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got a life without a clear mission. Your attention is all over the place, you're easily distracted, and time just kind of slips away. But on the right, with purpose, your attention becomes laser-focused. Distractions, they become totally irrelevant. And time, well, time becomes the most precious thing you have. Purpose is the ultimate antidote. So the big question is, how do we get from the left side of that chart to the right? How do we make that leap? That's what Act 3 is all about, the turning point. This is where we find the path. And the path forward is actually pretty straightforward. It starts with asking yourself a really big question. What is the highest, most noble, most beautiful thing I can even imagine? Once you have an answer, you commit. You give yourself to it completely. And you know what happens? You just watch as all those little distractions that used to own you just vaporize. They lose all their power. This totally reframes what spirituality can even mean. It's not about following a strict set of rules. It's an adventure. It's the thrill of figuring out what your deepest, most central need truly is, and then just chasing it with everything you've got, no matter where it takes you. But look, chasing this purpose isn't just about what you stop doing. It's about what you gain. There's a much, much bigger payoff here. And that brings us to Act 4, the real reward. This is where we learn the difference between fleeting pleasure and true joy. So let's pause and ask ourselves a really honest question. That gratification you get from your favorite distraction, is it really top class? Is it truly the best feeling you can imagine? We're being challenged here to really think about the quality of the pleasure we're so often settling for. And this comparison makes it all crystal clear. That lowly pleasure, it kind of requires you to be a bit numb, right? It asks you to sacrifice clarity. It's a temporary fix, and it often leaves you feeling a little guilty afterward. But top-class joy, that's the complete opposite. It can't be separated from clarity and wisdom. It's not a fix. It is the purpose. I mean, just think about that for a second. That is such a powerful idea. True, deep joy isn't some kind of mindless happiness. It's the feeling you get from profound understanding, from seeing things exactly as they are. Joy is clarity. But here's the thing. Finding this purpose, it's not like you cross a finish line and you're done. It's actually just the beginning of a lifelong journey. And that brings us to our final act, the infinite horizon.
So why do we get stuck with those lowly pleasures in the first place? Well, it's usually not some personal flaw. It's often just a problem of perspective. We're choosing from a very small menu of options simply because we haven't been exposed to all the incredible possibilities life has to offer. And this is the big, inspiring takeaway. This is a call to action. It's a reminder that your potential is not fixed. You should always be aiming for something higher than the highest thing you currently know, because there's always something higher out there, calling to you. There's this amazing ancient Sanskrit phrase that just nails this idea perfectly. Chare veti, chare veti. It means keep moving, keep moving. It's this beautiful, timeless reminder that life and growth are all about continuous forward momentum. It's about constantly expanding your horizons. So, we're going to leave you with this final thought, a question to carry with you. What is the highest, most beautiful, most incredible thing that you can think of for your life? And, more importantly, what's stopping you from chasing it with everything you have?